Guys, we have a lot of boxes. Like a lot of boxes. Like 4 times these many boxes. Some are from me to myself, things that I need. Some are from Sue's to me, which is our half surprises. Some of them are from you guys. And I'm not completely sure what's in all of them exactly. So we don't know if they're surprises or all, oh, I know what this is. We don't know. I'm going to open everything and try to keep it interesting.
Hey, kid. Yeah, you. Everyone thinks toys are fun, but this is a channel for adults. Yeah, I said it. If you're under the age of 18, go get your parents before you come in here. If you're under the age of 13, scram! Let's get on with the show.
I need a knife. That's not a knife. No, it's a box cutter. but the package of the package. What is this? What this? What even is this? I know what this is. This is a tablecloth for something that hasn't arrived yet, which, as you might guess, is a table. For those of you on my Patreon, yes, it is blue. I decided to get blue. We decided blue was the thing. Blue, 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 blue. Okay, I'm gonna stop it. But you guys know I suffer from anxiety, or if you didn't know, now you know. And my medication of choice is CBD, which is derived from cannabis, but there's no THC in this. It's 100% legal. There's a company called Lazarus Naturals that I get it from. They offer extensive and fair discounts to low-income people, which is not me, and veterans, which is me. So this is liquid CBD, like good for a quick dose. So this is good if I'm going into a meeting that's really bothered me. I'm just take a few, and within 10 minutes I'll be a little more relaxed without falling asleep. And it's a nice, it's just calming for me. But again, I have anxiety, so what is calming for me might be relaxing for you. It's really cool stuff. I also use the cream for muscle tension, works really well. And again, for me, not very expensive at all. And then these are gels that I take in the morning. I could not decide which one to pick, so I picked the biggest one that was closest. That wasn't the tablecloth. This is the tablecloth. So what is that? These are apple cider vinegar gummies. These are for when I eat. And these are wipes. They are for after I eat. Oh. This is an extremely well-packed, and I give them a lot of credit. It's a little motorized turntable. Lazy Susan. Since the cat's out of the bag, I did a patron update last week where I was saying, okay, we're not certain when we're getting into the new place because we're waiting on answers and there's things out of our control. And I don't want to put content on hold between now and then and space it at a premium. So Jim Largo stepped up on his own accord without being asked, which is par for the course with Jim. Reached out and said, hey man, let me get you a couple things that might help you make content in the meantime that will be useful and compact where you are, and also you'll be able to use in the apartment. And I hemmed and I hawed, and I said, you know what, screw it. I can use the help. It takes pressure off of me, and it made him feel better too. So he is sending me a folding table, but not like a plastic folding table. It's like wood. It actually folds on a metal frame. It's about this thin, which is very nice. And I'll be able to keep that off to the side, just like I do with the screen, and it'll be very useful. And I wanted to get a tablecloth for it so it looked a bit more uniform with everything else. Screen behind it and all sorts of stuff. On top of that, he went a step further and got me this little light box, this fully contained light box, which, spoilers, that's one of these boxes right here. Which I knew that. So it's kind of cool. Like, I would not normally have gone after a light box myself, but when he gave the suggestion, I was like, I could see using that. This is a light box. It is kind of heavy. I'm not opening it right now. I'm going to be interested to see how I utilize it in content, and especially having this little motorized spinny Uzi What's It. So, Jim Largo, thank you so much, man. Not just for your ideas, but your friendship and your generosity. You're just a legend, and I love you. This is from Amazon, and I have no idea what it is. It has been such a whirlwind 24 to 36 hours that I forgot that I got this for me. This is my Wind Raider with a huge tear in the bottom of the box. Isn't that great? It is not. I don't know how the fuck this could have happened. Look at this. This is ridiculous. It's cut open. So Amazon's going to hear about that. In a big, bad way, they're going to hear about that. Now, granted, this is going to be easy to repair, and it doesn't look like anything is missing. Like, it's still packaged in there just fine. I can see the instructions right there from what I can tell. It's not the end of the world. But come on, you're a multi-billion-dollar company. You can afford to not cut my fucking box open. With that said, super excited to have this, and we'll be doing a separate video on that today or tomorrow. But this is also from Jim Largo, direct from Jim Largo. And from what I understand, I know some of what's in here, and some of which I do not. I can't wait to see it. And it's been opened for inspection by custom. He didn't do a bad job repacking it, from what I can tell. So the box itself is a little worse for wear, but it looks constructed anyhow, which is cool. Okay. I hope I opened the correct side, Jim. If there's a note in here, I don't know where it is. So again, I know some of what's in here. What? Okay, I knew there'd be bubble wrap in here. That's not a surprise. What? What is this? Please stay there, box. He wrapped whatever this is in this, like, spider web, like, material, like it's a tablecloth or something. That's just cool. What? And what is this? Jim, fuck off. You didn't. You fucking didn't. This is a Mezco Spider-Man. Like this, you can't buy these for like half the gross national product of some small countries. These are expensive. Jim, what are you doing? Thank you. Oh my God. Wow. Oh, wow. This is insane. If you look at the box, you'll notice that there's a specifically sculpted Steve Ditko head. This is super accurate to the original design of the comic with some nods to modern design. Oh my God. This is amazing. I'm scared to open this thing. Okay, so this is a slip cover. Oh my God. This is glorious. I gotta turn the lights on, guys. Sorry, it's gonna wash out. Look at that. That is beautiful. Got this little display thing in the back, and he's got webs all over the place. Jim, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know how I could possibly thank you for this. Like, I was enamored with the damn webbing. This is amazing. No pun intended. This is great. Thank you. Thank you so much. And that's just the first thing in the box. Jeez, the wheat. One butter. Of course, there's a letter at the bottom of the box. I opened it backwards. Sorry, pal. I may have buried the lead. So these three, I know what they are. I have no idea what this is. And it's not for me. This card or letter is to Jim and Sue. Want to squeeze in here, babe?
Right on the.
Well, you can.
I can lean down here.
Take a knee. Do you need? Here we go. This is from Jim and his wife, I believe. I'll read the card last because I don't want to spoil anything. Mm-hmm.
Oh, how cool!
Show the camera.
Yeah, look, it's a fridge magnet.
Right up your alley.
Yeah, and a little skull.
That's really
like
cool.
Day of the Dead.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Spoilers, I don't either. Like, he didn't tell me any of this stuff.
Oh, they're the little dolls.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them in here.
Wait a minute, you mean to say you sent us children?
Yes, sent us little. Oh, so many. I remember these things my aunt was in Panama and bought these. So, yeah, oh, thank you so much. That really means a lot.
Here's the card. Has a nice big sunflower. It says para ti, which means for you. I know that much. And there's a little, oh, more stuff. Oh, goodness. Okay. To Jill the Ripper, the legend of the Guatemalan worry doll. Worry dolls, a.k.a. trouble dolls in Spanish. Muñeca picapeña, did I get that right?
Yeah.
Are made by hand for Guatemalan children. According to legend, children tell their worries to the worry doll, placing it under their pillow at night. By the morning, the doll has gifted the child with the wisdom and knowledge to eliminate their worries. I hope these little ladies serve you well. How do you know she worries? I do too, actually. Thanks for being super cool, Hoovian, and helping Jim with the channel. You're gonna fuck off? You're like, I don't want to stand there anymore. To Jim, Lord of Grindhead, pardon me. I am most pleased to make your acquaintance. Thanks again for being excellent in content and character. I love the show, and as you say, love your face. Love your face, pal. Because you are a little late to the Spidey collecting game, I added a little bonus for my favorite fan of the webhead. Cheers. A little bonus, Jim? A little bonus. This is not little, but it is a bonus, and I love it. I am in a state of shock. We haven't even opened the stuff I know is in here. Crazy, man. You're crazy. So, in the card, wrapped in tissue paper, you are nothing but not a consummate hacker. Oh, these aren't for me either. And even if they are, they're not for me. This is a stack of really neat and varied Doctor Who stickers.
Oh, cool, laptop stickers, yay!
She needs more laptop stickers, actually.
I do.
So,
wait. Oh, thanks.
very thoughtful, very cool. And I haven't even finished the damn box yet. Okay. All right. Here we go. Jim, you did a great job of packing this stuff, dude. You know your stuff. That's for sure. Somehow the recording stopped. I'm not 100% sure how it happened. I have a hunch. I'm taking precautions to keep that from happening again. Very, very sorry. You're not going to get real-time reaction to a lot of this stuff. But I will give you a spoiler in that everything else from here on out were things I knew were in these packages. So I'm going to try to reconstruct my descriptions of everything as best I can, but please know that from here on out, these are not real-time reactions at all. Jim was kind enough to include an 80th anniversary Iron Man. This is the Iron Man that I grew up with. This is what I remember and what I think of when I think of Iron Man. Not an intensely expensive in general, not the hardest to come by, but to get him at a good price from a good friend and a fellow collector makes all the difference. This is really great. and I thank you so much, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to put him with all his buddies, who are getting numerous at this point. We have a lot of Marvel Legends figures, the more I think about it. We were having a chat last night over a couple of beers, me and Suze, and I think I have way more of those figures than I give myself credit for, and most of them are in the box. Next, we have a figure. Like, you ever buy a figure for like one thing mainly, and then the rest of it's a bonus? This is one of those times. Peter Parker. I have had this figure in my cart on eBay more times than I can remember because Hasbro always sells it direct for a pretty good price. I just keep passing him over, and I'll explain why in a minute. The main thing I wanted out of this was the half Spider-Man, half Peter Parker head, which I would put on my Spider-Man, which I don't have. Psych! This is the whole reason for the deal that Jim and I made with these figures anyway. And he mentioned that he had some extras. And so when he was like, hey, I have an extra retro, I thought he meant loose. No, he had it on the card. You can't get a hold of these for love nor money. Well, I guess you can with money, a lot of money. This is a great figure. And Bucky, get out of the box. But you're making all the noises and you're going to get yourself hurt. I'm sorry, the place is a mess. But to me, from a paint deco perspective, this is probably the definitive Spider-Man because you can actually see painted webs on his suit. This is a very Ditko-inspired piece, hence this other mask he's got. This is more of a John Romita, this is more of the Steve Ditko. This is the John Romita. I love John Romita. I love Sal Buscema, Todd McFarlane, Mark Bagley, Eric Larson. But you give me Steve Ditko artwork, and I'm there forever. Which, frankly, that Mezco is very Ditko. This figure was the holdout reason for me starting to collect Marvel Legends in earnest. I did not think I would ever get my hands on this, ever. So, to not only get this figure, but to get him at a retail price from a friend and a collector means everything. Now, the last box came from our good friend, James Saltzberg, who is solid. This guy finds stuff, and he's really, really thoughtful. Now, unfortunately, I can't really show you the packaging that he did because it's already been dismantled. But I'm going to show you something. When he picked up this item for me, he messaged me and said, hey, I found this. Do you need this? I said, yes, I do. Especially if it's at retail on the shelf, that makes it special to me. He was like, got it. He gets home with it and says, hey, how do you feel about the card back? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, you want me to just put it in the box and not care? Or what? And I said, I would really prefer that it be packed so the card back is flat. He said, no problem. I took a bunch of these, bunch of bubble wrap, and constructed a box out of a bigger Amazon box and taped it all together perfectly. It was beautiful. This thing is pristine. And part of the reason it's important is because I have a history on this channel with this character arriving in a bit of a condition. This is Flock Panther, a collector's edition, which is corporate speak for Walmart exclusive. Stop doing that. But he's got his fur. He looks wonderful. I like the color on this better than the plastic molded one. His teeth look a little bit better to me, and the eyes also have a kind of a great twinge, you think. The box itself has like a little bit of flocking on it, which is weird to me, a little bit creepy, if I'm being honest. So for James to find this for me, it's a generous move just to say, hey, do you need this? And be willing to pick something up sight unseen and ship it along. He did an excellent job. He's a really, really great guy, and I cannot thank you enough, pal, for everything you've done for me and for the channel. I don't know if y'all can hear any of this, but the cat just took a gigantic poop and is now running all over the room, knocking over boxes like a crazy person on PCP. This is what happens when I do unboxing. You know, when you have folks that are willing to send things, you know, whether you're paying for it or not, it's just really nice to see the generosity and the sense of community that exists with other collectors. I'm at a unique time in my life where I'm surrounded by good friends and community members that like to help, that enjoy that sense of just camaraderie and helping each other out. My finances are in one of the best places they've been in a long time. Gross talk about that, but I don't often feel like I can't get that. The question of how am I going to get that? I know I can, and I have a tremendous and supportive partner who is herself a collector. I don't get the she's not a box. I use this cat. I don't get any of that stuff at all. I get, oh wow, that's really awesome, which of course is what you look for in a partner. Speaking of which, there is one more box that I didn't open yet, if I can find it. I did not intentionally leave this box out. I had the video locked and done, I thought, and I would have found this box. I would have been like, shit. Now, this is where the video is going to take a bit of a turn. Oh, look, my pre-order arrived. This was announced 10, 12 days ago. Pre-ordered it 8 days ago, and it's been here. How is that a pre-order? Mattel. That means you already had these made. That's not a pre-order. That's an order. Where's the rest of the stuff? And if you only made one of these figures, then why limit the quantity on the ones you haven't made yet? You know, like when I go to the deli, I can take a number, and I wait in line until they're ready to give me what I want. I will do the same thing with your limited run toys. You just keep making them and print money and keep profiting. That's how business works. I don't think I should go over this every single time I get a toy from your company. Sue's ordered him in secret and was worried I would order one for myself, so told me, don't order that. So I didn't. I'm really excited to open it. All corporate bullshit aside, it's a very nice box, which I'm, of course, going to keep. However, he's coming off of this card. So, for all you man babies out there, they think, why wouldn't you unbed? You know what? I'll do it right now. Fuck you. He's coming. Well, all right. I'll do you this service. He does look extremely nice on the card. The card back is absolute artwork, and that's not an exaggeration because it's literally art. But he's coming out of this bubble. Not to toot my own horn, but this is by far the cleanest bubble cut I have ever done. So I know I'm being a bit of a jerk when I'm talking about cutting him away from the bubble, but please know that I am an experienced professional and I am preserving the packaging. But these figures are meant to be played with. Play with your damn toys. I'm going to keep the entire packaging for the simple fact that it is unique to this character. Plus, if I'm keeping this box, I have a perfect storage unit for it. For the sake of time, I'm not taking everything out of this right now. This is not a review. That will come later. But I want to show you how beautiful he is. I don't know that I would agree upon this color scheme, but I get where it comes from. I understand why it's there. It's a mini comic version. This is the version I remember from the comic. The comic's right there, which can prove me correct. But he's a great looking figure, and I love him to death. I distinctly remember having this ring as a kid. I loved it. I wonder if it fits. It kind of fits. You see me rolling. I don't know. You'll see that my cutting was so good, I can put him right back in the box. And he stays together pretty easy. This is pretty neat. All of the corporate Mattel bullshit aside and questions about quantities aside, this is pretty nice, and I like it very much. Just make more stuff, Mattel. For the rest of you, may all your grinds be merry, and may all of your card backs be protected by James Salzberg, and may all of your in-package notes be written by Jim Largo. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate all of this. You are the best. Take care. Why wouldn't you unbed? You know what? I'll do it right now. Fuck you.